How much time do you spend trying to be the kind of woman you think men want? If you're like most women, it's a lot. You invest so much energy into presenting yourself as fun, interesting, worldly, and completely independent. You spend all this time showing him just how good you'd be for him. You paint a picture of how amazing his future would be if he chose you as the woman by his side. And yet, it often doesn't work out the way you hoped. Why do you work so hard only for the guy in your life to take you for granted or perhaps not even truly notice you? It's easy to blame him, to think he's immature or can't recognize a good thing. But maybe, just maybe, it's because you've been doing all the work for him. Think about it. What do men truly value most? It's often the things they have to work hard to achieve. Hand a man a college diploma, and he won't value it as much as if he'd put in years of study and effort to earn it himself. Similarly, hand a man the perfect girlfriend, and he might not value her as much as if he had to actively pursue and woo her. This is the underlying principle behind why playing hard to get can sometimes work initially. It creates a challenge, something he has to strive for. But here's the big problem you've likely already encountered. That strategy of playing hard to get stops working once he feels like he's actually got you. Something shifts the moment guys decide they've won. It's almost as if they think, game over. Their minds seem to move on to the next challenge, the next goal. What is really going on when this happens? And more importantly, how can you prevent this from undermining your relationship? If you've felt this shift, this sudden cooling off from a man who was once pursuing you, know that you are not alone. This is an incredibly common experience for women. It's why so many women eventually seek help understanding male behavior in relationships. Some women, hurt by this pattern, decide to protect themselves by never letting anyone get too close. They fear scaring a man off by showing too much interest or vulnerability. But others choose a different path. They seek guidance and understanding. Relationship coach James Bauer is one of the experts many women turn to when facing this frustrating dynamic. He noticed a recurring theme among his clients: complaints about men who were blowing hot and cold. Everything would be wonderful, and then, seemingly overnight, something would change. A man who had been warm, affectionate, and deeply interested would suddenly become distant. He'd seem too busy, no longer making time for her. The easy smiles would disappear, eye contact would lessen, and even physical affection might feel less engaged. Driven to help his clients navigate this confusing behavior, James Bauer began to investigate the root cause. What he discovered provided a powerful explanation for why these men were backing away. He realized it wasn't about the women being fundamentally flawed or doing something wrong in the way they often feared. Instead, it came down to something much deeper in the male psyche. He identified this core drive as the hero instinct. This concept made sense of everything he had observed. He finally understood what these men needed on a fundamental level and what they weren't receiving in the relationship dynamic. It wasn't about finding a woman who was perfect in every way. It was about connecting with a woman who could awaken the specific instinct within them. One of the most beautiful and inherent qualities of women is their natural capacity for caring and nurturing. Look at yourself. You are likely always there for the people you care about, especially your partner. You look after him, you make time for him, and you would likely do anything within your power to support him. While these are wonderful traits, you might not realize that in the process of being so giving and capable, you could inadvertently be taking something crucial away from him. You might be taking away his sense of purpose within the relationship. You see, at a fundamental level, he doesn't want you to be his hero. He wants to be your hero. This isn't about traditional gender roles in a restrictive sense, but about a deep-seated male drive. Men are often fascinated by heroes. Think about the enduring appeal of superhero stories, from childhood comics to blockbuster movies. Every man, from a young age, often dreams of being the kind of hero who can make a difference, save the day, and yes, often get the girl in the process. Most men don't get to live out their world-saving fantasies in their everyday lives. Their jobs rarely require them to suddenly transform and leap into action to overcome impossible odds. They might not be able to save the world, but they can still fulfill that heroic drive in their personal lives. Getting the girl, winning her affection, and being the man she relies on is a significant and worthy challenge for an ordinary guy who possesses the heart of a potential hero. It requires confidence, charm, and resilience. But for this instinct to be fully engaged, he needs to find something specific. He needs to find a girl who in some way needs a hero. Now, let me guess. If you're a strong, independent woman, you might immediately think, "That's not me." You are capable. You can handle things yourself. You can fix problems, manage your life, and you certainly aren't looking for a man to complete you in a dependent way. You know you have so much to offer a man: generosity, kindness, love, support. You are giving, perhaps even to a fault. All you truly want is to find a man who is willing and able to receive all that you have to give and to reciprocate it. And yet, if you are too self-sufficient, if you never create space for a man to step up and be your hero, you might find that the men who show up in your life are not heroes, but takers. These are the guys who are happy to receive everything you offer, but give little in return, leaving you feeling drained and unappreciated. If you want to attract a man with a hero's heart, you need to signal that there is a place for him to fulfill that role in your life. You need to invite that instinct out. It's not about becoming helpless. It's about creating opportunities for him to engage his innate drive to protect and provide. Here are 3 simple ways you can begin to invite a hero into your life, starting today. These aren't about playing games. They're about shifting the dynamic to allow him to step into a role he is biologically and psychologically wired to desire. First, ask a guy for help. This might sound counterintuitive if you pride yourself on independence, but it's powerful. Ask for his advice on something you genuinely need input on, like a technical purchase. Ask for his physical assistance with something you can't easily do yourself, like reaching a high item or dealing with a minor household issue. When he helps, thank him warmly and sincerely. Show genuine appreciation with a smile. This doesn't make you needy. It makes you a woman who has space in her life for a man to contribute and feel valuable. It allows him to experience the satisfaction of being your problem solver, your protector. Second, take genuine pleasure in male company and appreciate men for who they are. Guys are drawn to women who appreciate their masculine energy and perspective. So what if his interests differ from yours? So what if his approach to life is distinctly male? You don't need him to be more like you. You've got the feminine side covered. Appreciating his unique male qualities allows him to feel accepted and valued for simply being himself, which is incredibly attractive to a man. It signals that you understand and appreciate the differences between men and women, rather than trying to change him. Third, let him earn your respect and admiration. Superheroes thrive on challenges. They don't want accolades they haven't earned. A man with a hero instinct doesn't want your love or commitment simply handed to him without effort. He wants to strive for it. He craves the challenge of winning you over, of proving himself worthy of your affection and respect. So, create opportunities for him to step up and demonstrate his capabilities and character. Don't do all the work of building the relationship or proving your worth. Sit back a little, relax, and allow in the pleasure and satisfaction of earning your admiration and winning your heart. By making these small shifts, you stop trying to be the perfect woman who has it all figured out and needs nothing. Instead, you become the woman who understands and appeals to a man's deepest drive, the drive to be your hero. This is how you stop attracting takers and start attracting the kind of man who is ready and eager to step up and cherish you.